Good morning. This is Victor Johnson. I'm a career facilitator with Goodwill Columbus. This is our Friday morning live panel discussion. We're going to be talking about training for employment, or the training and employment programs that are available through Goodwill Columbus. With me today are Wiley Tomeo, Marty Smith, and Angie, I forgot your last name.
Hampton.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Hampton.
Angie Hampton. I don't know why I couldn't remember that since we worked together for so long. So if you'll forgive that hiccup, we'll get started with describing the programs, and each one of our panel members is going to describe what they have to offer you in terms of programs for training or employment. So Angie, would you please start?
Yes, welcome. My name is Angela Hampton, and I am the team lead for our Fannie Mae program, career consultant. In my program, I worked with a lot of healthcare and the STNA program. So I worked really close with Nationwide Children's Hospital, CD for All People, and primarily it is healthcare, but I will also work with people in the hospitality industry, and whatever else is needed. The IT I don't do a lot with, that's mainly Wiley's program. But anyone's eligible for the program who's 18 years and older and can work in the United States. It asks what the training's like in the program. It will depend. If you come through and you want to do like our STNA training, you do have to come through and do like tape tests. You have to have a high school diploma. You have to have a background check, TB test. So there's quite a few requirements for the STNA program. But once you come through our boot camp, our 2-week boot camp, and you get through that, the STNA, if you decide to go through it and you qualify, it is paid for. The training's free for you. So, which is wonderful. And it takes it's about a 3 to 4 week training for the STNA program. But once you're done, you are state certified, or you can get state certified is what I should say. Some of the business partners that I work with is Nationwide Children's Hospital. We have a couple places that we work with the STNA that are like nursing home or the long-term care facilities. Let's see. What you would have at the end of our program, it will just depends on which way you want to come through. If you want to do the STNA, you will walk out with the certifications through the state. You can also go through, we have some of the MOS programs, which is Microsoft Office, Core Office program. So you can walk away with credentials, different credentials through the program. And with the employment skills, we always want to try to upskill people. So if you come in and maybe you just lack a little bit of computer skills and you feel you need more basic skills, we would put you in some of our programs that we have at the Edge Hill location, and just work with you to get through them. It's really individual based is what we go by. We don't group people because we know people need individual services. So that's really how we try to work. And if you're interested in any of that, you can contact me at 614-557-2875. You can also email me at angela.hampton@gwcols.com. I personally prefer an email or a phone call versus an email. But either way is fine with me.
Okay. Thank you very much, Angie.
You're welcome.
Marty, can you tell us a little bit about your programs?
Good morning. Thank you for having me today. I just work with individuals that I'm collaborating with Child Support and Franklin County Job and Family Services, and also the court system, which is called Compass Court. This is our Pathways program, and it's for individuals who owe child support. they would come through the court system and then referred to us. But I also work with any individual who has a child support open order in Franklin County. The child is under 18 years of age, and they can come directly through me, and they have to be a non-custodial parent. And so pretty much the same programming is available to anybody who comes through the Compass program, the Pathways program. And it is basically, you go through the career training program, which is our career development course. And right now it's online. When we get back to full working in the building, and we will be up and running again someday for our trainings inside the building. But as of now, we're online on Facebook doing trainings, which is fantastic. I really recommend that the courts try to be less punitive for individuals that owe child support. So they don't want to put them in jail. They don't want to take away their driver's license. It's just the opposite. The judge, the entire team of child support workers, and myself are working together for a positive outcome, and also be able to be directly impacted by the child and being able to be a good father. And then the second program that we're just offering is called the Journey Program. It works a little bit differently. These are individuals that are just going in for genetic testing at child support. And it is just was a pilot program. We're just getting ready to roll it out in October, but we still are taking people right now. It's also through the child support, and it's a fantastic program too. And it's involved with having a father factor training. So it can last 8 to 12 weeks. The training is just like in a couple hours, a couple times a week. And it's virtually live right now as well. And then that person can also come through our training at Goodwill. After the trainings are all completed, they can go through MOS training. They can go through Wiley's training. They can go through the hospitality and lodging training. They can go through the STNA training. They can also, there's also a new program called MedCerts that we offer too. Most of the programs will entail taking, if you go into the OMS program, the MOS program, which is Microsoft Specialist, you would take a North Star assessment. And along with coming into our program, all of our career consultants will work with you up to a year and really support you and advocate you. My phone number is 614-657-1004. That's my cell. And my email is marty.smith, S-M-I-T-H, @gwcos.com. And I'm looking forward to talking to everyone. Thanks.
Thank you, Marty.
Thanks.
Wiley.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. To whoever's watching. Well, my name is Wiley Tamayo. I am a career consultant at Goodwill Columbus. As Victor stated, I work for our Careers in Technology program. What that means is we have 2 running programs currently, CompTIA A+, and we are actually getting ready to, release our Google 2.0 program. Both programs are now, due to what's going on, are being delivered virtually. So for our CompTIA A+ course, we have a day course and a night course, meaning that, for those who have time during the day and, do not have much really going on, we have, a curriculum for about 10 weeks, and, you dedicate about 30 hours. So Monday through Thursday, you're looking at a 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. schedule, and Friday is a half day, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And, you're just with a career facilitator, an instructor, a course instructor, just learning about the in and outs of, putting together a laptop, computer, different ports, hardware, functions of a printer, and things of that nature. Then you're also looking at the software aspect. So, for the second half of the course, you'll be looking at networking, IP addresses, coding and things of that nature. So all in all, you really get an intense look into, what goes into a computer, what goes into your application, what goes into technology holistically. Because and our course instructor is he's very experienced and has knowledge on this, so he's able to really relate the material that you're learning to what's going on now, so it can be easily understood and processed. For our night instructors, it's a bit longer course because the time isn't there, because we're looking at, it's a Monday through Thursday 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. course, and that's geared towards individuals who may be working during the day, who have responsibilities during the day, but can still dedicate some time after to the study and to that career development and professional development. Because that's what Goodwill is all about, is making sure that the people we serve, they're leaving our doors with I guess a better professional development aspect to their experience, to their personality, and things of that nature. For our Google IT program, that is actually, we always intended for that to be an online blended learning kind of experience. What blended learning meaning that you're responsible for doing most of, if not, about 75% of your online studying at home, but making sure that you're committing the 15 to 20 hours a week to that course. And the other 25% is the lab and meeting with your career consultant on a weekly basis, or maybe on bi-weekly basis, just ensuring that you're keeping that contact with them, so that we know what barriers you may be facing when facing not only in the course but also in life. Because we do know that there is life outside of what Goodwill offers, so we want to make sure that you're stable outside of what's going on, so that you're able to perform 100%. In terms of eligibility for our program, we have a wide array of qualifications. So for our CompTIA A+, we have a Department of Labor grant that is for 17 to 29-year-olds. But if you do not fall in that age range, we do have other, if you have other qualities, I guess, there's other grants that you may be able to go into, and we can still serve you through the A+ course. For our Google IT program, we're actually gearing this program to those who are 18 and older, have a high school diploma, but do not have a bachelor's diploma. So we want to help those who are looking to, gain certification, more knowledge, and may have not had the opportunity to go to college or to finish and things of that nature. They also have to be 200% under the poverty line. So we want to make sure that we're touching those who may not have the opportunity to attend classes due to financial struggles. So we want to make sure that we're touching everybody we can in the city of Columbus, while still servicing, others and other programs and things of that nature. Sorry about that. How long are the programs? So as I mentioned, the CompTIA A+ program, we have 2 classes. The day cohort is 10 weeks. The night cohort is 13 weeks. Our Google IT program, we are looking to have individuals go through our program within 3 to 5 months. That is the goal, and that's what we want, and that's the commitment we want from our participants. At the end of the program, once you complete the program, what we want to do is make sure that you either have a job, you have a resume, your interview skills are up to par. We just want to make sure that you're ready to tackle the real world, and make sure that you're ready to tackle the employment opportunities that you will have waiting for you. We also do have partnerships with staffing agencies in the city of Columbus that do have connections to IT positions. So that's a plus when you're a student in our program. You're able to, during the course, we set up mock interviews that are actually real interviews, where we have these recruiters come in and interview our participants and can even, establish a relationship, and which can lead to an employment opportunity. If you would like more information, I've probably said a lot. I like to, make sure that I give every detail. You can contact me at wiley.tamayo@gwcols.com. My phone number is also 614-784-3177. I look forward to meeting anybody and everybody who has questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Wiley. Once again, this is Goodwill Columbus Workforce Development. We're doing our panel discussion on training programs, training and employment programs through Goodwill Columbus. I'd like to ask a couple of specific questions towards each program. Marty, you mentioned, I think you said the Compass program involves genetic testing to determine parentage. Is that right?
That is the second program, the Journey program.
Journey program.
Yes.
Okay. Who pays for the testing?
The genetic testing is done at Child Support, and it's through them.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. How long does that usually take for results to come?
6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'm going to ask maybe an off-the-cuff question, but suppose I'm in that program, and because it takes 6 to 8 weeks to get the results back, suppose I'm in that program and the results come back and I am not the father.
Uh-huh.
Then what happens?
Yes. Well, that individual moves on. We can still work with that individual. They're just not going to be under the Journey program.
Okay.
We
All right.
never refuse working with anyone. So,
Great.
yes.
Okay. And could each of you maybe, starting with Angie, touch on what kind of jobs, when you talk about jobs at Nationwide Children's or in hospitality, what kind of jobs are you talking about that people might be able to get through the training programs?
Some of the jobs over to Nationwide Children's Hospital, it could be in nutrition services, it could be patient transport, it could be patient care assistant. We've also have some customer service training, which it's on hold at the moment, but we'll be starting that back up for patient access to help people get positions there. So
Okay.
it could be a wide range of jobs in Nationwide Children's Hospital.
Okay.
And I believe Wiley will even do some IT at Nationwide, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So some of the positions that, our students get within completing the CompTIA A+, we've had students get contract positions with IT companies, which have turned into long-term employment opportunities. So that's why we try to drive those individuals to really get to those recruiters, because although there may be a contract position at the moment, you never know what it can lead to. And in regards to Nationwide Children's Hospital, Angie, we do have a contact over at Nationwide Children's Hospital that it's not I wouldn't say it's something that, we always have about 10 students that go to Nationwide Children's Hospital, but, we do have 2 students in our past cohort, and I would say 2 cohorts ago that are actually at Nationwide Children's Hospital right now. So there is opportunity, it's just how qualified and, how well you did and the communication you had with your career consultant throughout the course. So that's very important, making sure that you're building the relationship not only with others, but the people you're working with on a day-to-day basis at Goodwill, because of those potential opportunities that may not be for everybody. But, if you stay consistent with your attendance, your communication, then your career consultant will have your name. You'll be the first one in mind because of that, communication and that rapport that you've built.
And with Nationwide, I do work with a liaison person through Nationwide, and she does help me with the employment coaching, because as we know, it's not always easy to get into Nationwide Children's Hospital. So that's why she's there to help us navigate on could the person need a little bit more mock interviewing skills to help them with the next step. So she works with me and our participants really close to help us navigate through all of that, which is that's wonderful.
If I might add, with my program, all fields are open. So any industry in the community is fair game for an individual looking at their skills and their career interests and maybe making some career changes too. And also, I wanted to say that child support does have a mediation. So if two individuals would want to come together and mediate to make it all work out better, that's available too. But as a career consultant, I also bounce back and forth doing case management too. So we want this individual to be successful all the way around in our programs.
Excellent, excellent. I would like to say hello to Valerie Hawes. She is our moderator today. She's joining us, but she's not on the screen. Hi, Valerie.
Hey, Val.
Hey, Valerie.
Thank you for helping out. So a couple more questions for you. Are there any programs that I would qualify for just as a displaced worker? Because I'm a displaced worker. Is there any kind of grant or special programs that you have for displaced workers?
Yes, we have the Displaced Workers grant that can help you do, it's the method billing and coding through How Means Jobs. If you're a displaced worker, they will help out with that. And I think some of it is also, I want to say medical front office is part of that. It's kind of like 2-in-1 that they do. So we go through the How Means Jobs, Columbus, Franklin County, over there through our partner with them for the grant for that.
Okay, great. Can you tell me about any resources that might be available if someone needs to try to find transportation to get to the programming?
Any of us?
Yes. Any of
I'll just mention that I try to make, and I think all of us do, resources readily available in any area and any barrier of their life. If there is transportation needed, we will see what we can do to work with that, depending on the particular programs and if bus passes are available. I have been known to pick up people to bring them to classes at once in a great while too. Yes. What was that? And what was the other question, Victor? What did you just?
Yeah, it was just about transportation, resources.
And resources, yes. So if anybody's in need of any type of mental health, any physical barriers, we work closely with OOD. We work closely with all the mental health clinics in the area. We work closely with all the hospitals. And if any barrier is there, even drug and alcohol, we will definitely work to get that person what they need so they can be successful.
Okay, great. I also wanted to ask about, and I think because when you describe some of the programs, you talked about testing. What kind of testing is it? What's it called? What are you being tested on? Anyway.
For the SPNA, you do the TABE test, which is reading and math and language for us. It has to be at a 10th grade level. I believe they'll take you for 8th grade reading and math for the STNA, but I know we test at the 10th grade level is what it's for. And then I think Wiley would have more of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So for our programs, the process in which we have an enrollment is, we do the phone screening with the individuals, see how they're, we ask them the questions, their age, where they live, make sure they're in the city of Columbus or Franklin County. making sure that they're within the age range. And then once you get, all the information and you deem the person, qualified for the next step, then you would set the assessments up. And that's when you set them up for the TABE, which is, it's signifies testing for adult basic education. And I know in Patty's lab, we have the TABE 9 and the North Star. So we just ensure that those possible potential students pass the TABE with higher than the 9th grade level, just like Angie said. And then the North Star is a digital literacy assessment. So it doesn't go too much detail into IT. It just pretty much is a set number of modules that you have to pass. And it's just making sure that you know how to get to your email, navigate through a Microsoft Word document, navigate through a Microsoft Excel, just ensuring that you know the basics so that when you are sitting in for the class, or, now that we're doing Zoom, making sure that the person is at home and not having any technical issues with just basic computer functions.
Yes, we also have career assessments that we can give to individuals when they first come into our program, so they can look at their interest and look at all the different types of industries out there that they might be interested in doing something totally different than what they have been doing. So the career assessments can help with that as well.
Great. So as I understand it, the TABE, and I always wondered about that, TABE stands for the Test for Adult Basic Education. And the North Star is basically, like you said, computer literacy.
Yes.
Okay. So let's say, I hate taking tests, so I like to be prepared. Is there any way that someone could prepare for taking the TABE or, the North Star? Are there any practice tests or anything like that?
Yes. So in addition to the phone screening process, once we have agreed to a day where the potential student can come in and take those assessments, they get a confirmation email. In that confirmation email, it details the address of our office, who they need to ask for, what document they need to come with, which is only an ID. And in the email also details 2 links associated with the TABE and North Star, which are deemed as reviews and kind of like practice tests for those assessments.
Excellent. Well, we are just about at the end of our half hour. What I'd like to ask you to do is if you could each just once again give your phone number and email address, and then say, which one is the fastest way to get a hold of you.
My phone number is 614-557-2875. Would be the quickest way, just so people know. And my email address is Angela, ANGELA .Hampton, HAMPTON @GWCOLS.com.
Thank you. Marty?
Yes, my cell phone is 614-657-1004. You can call or text, but if you call, please leave a message.
Yes.
And if you text, please let me know what you're calling about, or texting about, so I know who you are. And my email is Marty, MARTI .Smith, SMITH @GWCOLS.com. And either way is the quickest for me.
Yes. So my number is 614-784-3177. And my email is WAILLY.TAMAYO @GWCOLS.com. And I can be reached either or. As long as you detailed what you're contacting me about, then I can get to you no matter what, the quickest.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you all very much for being on our panel this morning. If you're watching this on the rebroadcast, you can stop, pause it to get that information again. I'd like to thank Angie and Wiley and Marty for being on this morning. I'd like to thank Valerie for being our moderator this morning. Once again, have a great day, have a great weekend, and remember that Goodwill is here for you. We're all in this together, and we've got some great programs and opportunities for employment and training. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
great
you.
weekend.
Bye,
Have a good one, everybody.
Bye, Victor.